All right, we're back in Studio K with Small Animal Hospital. How are y'all feeling coming off of that performance?
Good. Thank you, Charlie.
I feel good as well.
Yeah, I'll say good. Yeah.
All right, right off the bat, do y'all want to introduce yourselves as your names and instruments?
I'm Michael. I do guitar and vocals.
Sean, I play drums, and that's about it.
I'm Kai. I play bass.
Sweet. So we just heard Untitled 1 through 5. So are any of those tracks available anywhere right now?
No, we are currently mixing them, and they should be released sometime this summer.
It's exciting. Is it-
And if you have any cool song titles for us, we're all ears.
Okay, good to know. So it's gonna be an EP that's coming out this summer then?
It's an album. We got 10 songs.
10 songs.
I think that makes it an album.
Yeah, that's exciting. And it's all recorded, just getting mixed and mastered.
Yes.
Okay. Exciting stuff. So right now your discography just consists of the Sloth Lung EP from 2022 and the Emergency Vet Bill EP from 2023. So over these last few years, how do you describe the kind of evolution in sound you've had?
I don't know. I guess I'd say we've been playing with more like hardcore bands, more in that kind of scene. So we've added some more heavier elements like that. Sean got a double kick. That's kind of changed a lot of things.
I started playing a drop D too.
I would say
Ooh.
the sound is it's beefed up compared to what it was. It's a little bit more complex. I sweat a lot more. I'm more nervous when I play shows because it's more difficult. It feels kind of like some elements of really old school metalcore, maybe like a twinge of emo. I don't know if that's a controversial thing to say, but it's just heavier and a little bit more oomph to it.
For sure. And it's also my understanding that there's actually a Radio K connection to this band. So is it true two of you met here at Radio K for the first time?
Yeah, that's how Kai and I met. We came in for some sort of volunteer event for Radio K back in college, and we just ended up playing Nintendo 64 in the lounge.
It's awesome.
But yeah, then we started talking about musical interests and stuff.
Was that how this band first started to come together?
No, I first met Sean, and we wrote and recorded the first EP. And yeah, Sean used to live at a certain punk house venue, and we would play there and practice in the basement. So
We saw Closet Witch and Wanderer live at Part Wolf, and we had been kind of like jamming on some sort of like cool guy rock. And after that, we're like, we got to start actually writing stuff that's cool. And so we just jammed a lot and wrote that first Sloth Lung EP and recorded it, as you can probably tell, with very minimal equipment in my basement. So
For sure. And was Kai was part of that too, or when did you get involved?
So yeah, they did the whole thing without me, and then they had a show. It was fun actually. Like the week before, I heard the EP for the first time, and I was like, "This is insane." And I hadn't talked to Michael in a long time, but like randomly the next week, he just hits me up and asked if I still played bass. So yeah.
That's sweet. And then what was the process like of recording the Emergency Vet Bill EP?
well, I guess the process has been the same for both EPs and this new album. We just recorded in Sean's basement.
It's classic.
Yeah, we just the first two the first two EPs we try to mix ourselves, and to varying success. But and now we're getting this new one mixed by a friend.
It's exciting.
It sounds better.
So back in October, you guys did a short Midwest tour. What was the process of that like? Do you have any more touring plans for the future?
Nothing set up so far. Yeah, we hit Iowa City, Kansas City, and Lincoln, Nebraska. The Great Midwest Tour. We played with this cool band called Mold. Uh, I think they just asked us and we said yes.
Shout out Aaron's Floor. That was an awesome place that we stayed at, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun to just get out on the road and kind of be a little bit dirty because you've limited showering options, but just playing music, eating Waffle House. It was pretty sweet, but also pretty low key at the same time.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're trying to block off a larger section of time to go for a longer run sometime, maybe this fall. But
Watch out, Midwest. All right, so I'm curious about y'all's songwriting process. Like, does it just start with a riff, or do you guys? Yeah, what's the process of that like?
I guess in the past I've done more like some of it I did just like demos of, and then we, I'd kind of like write the parts and then we'd play them together. I guess the first EP was kind of collaborative, but this new stuff, I think the reason why I think it's a lot better is because we've been, it's like taking longer to write, but that's because we just done it all like collaboratively, and just working off of each other, which I think is better than me trying to write program little drum parts in Ableton. It doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, I'd say Michael kind of like creates the skeleton or foundation of some of the parts of a song, and then together we just kind of mess around until it fits together. And my only input is like adding a part that goes like doop 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 doop, a little bit of that. That's kind of how I communicate, and then we put that in a song, and it either is really good or it's really bad, and we keep it or we don't.
Yeah, just play bass. That's it. No, Sean wrote.
Essential.
I feel like this new stuff, Sean did most of the. Yeah, like outlining, which just works way better. I feel like more interesting stuff. And then Michael will never tell me the chords, so I just have to play random stuff until it sounds like halfway decent. So that's a very important part of the process.
It's the mystery.
But yeah, I say a lot of this new stuff is pretty drum heavy.
It's exciting stuff. I'm always curious how people individually, like, how did you first start getting into music? Like, what was your first instrument? What were the first bands, like, as a kid you really got into?
For me, I took piano lessons, and then I found my mom's old guitar in the basement, and I picked that up and just kind of watched some YouTube videos and taught myself out some songs. But I guess that's what, I don't know. I like guitar a lot better than piano, but I was big into Rush. That was like my first favorite band.
Essential.
I also started with piano. I think I was 8 years old. I started doing lessons, and I just played in marching, or not really marching band, like symphonic band in middle school. Kind of started learning how to play the kit by watching YouTube videos in 6th grade. I listened to a lot of stuff that's kind of embarrassing, like Real Big Fish, My Chemical Romance, The Used, Rise Against, stuff like that.
Also essential.
And then I kind of just quit doing music stuff in the tail end of high school, and it was several years later when Michael and I met, and we were kind of just sort of jamming, and I'm like, I should actually learn how to play the drums a little bit better and more coherently. And now I think I kind of do a little bit better, but,
For sure.
I only listened to Weird Al growing up. And then when I was 16, I had like a curfew. I had to get home. And then my friend like blocked the door. He wouldn't let me get home in time. He was like, you can only leave if you play bass in my band. So that's how I started playing bass. But Weird Al's my biggest inspiration.
That's also essential. This is more of a personal question, but I've been told one of you are often mistaken for a famous actor, and that you might have a really good impression of him. But it's
Famous actor.
I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I've been getting a lot of Jack Black comments. I work with the elderly population frequently in my job, and I think we're approaching triple digits that I've been told I look like Jack Black, and I've been getting a lot of kids running by me in the street saying, chicken jockey and calling me Steve. I was literally going for a run 2 weeks ago with my dog, and I had a group of like maybe 20-year-olds in a pickup truck roll their windows down, and they drive by chicken jockeyed me. So I think we're probably approaching 500 times in the last few months that I've been told I look like Jack Black, and I'm just gonna take it as a compliment and assume it's the Jack Black of School of Rock era.
Yeah. For sure. Sorry, I just wanted to address the elephant in the room there. So where did the name Small Animal Hospital come from?
Oh yeah. I used to work at the U of M reuse center. Shout out
Ooh.
reuse center. And we would just get a lot of random stuff that came through there. One of the things that came in was this giant metal sign that said Small Animal Hospital. I believe it was from the Small Animal Hospital of the on the St. Paul campus of the U. But we're just like, hey, that could be our band name. 'Cause I think we were like had a show booked or something and like needed a name. And but we lost that sign. So if anyone has that giant metal sign that says
black sign, silver outline.
yeah, big heavy black sign with the silver outline. It says Small Animal Hospital. We'd love to hang it up at some of our shows.
I'll keep an eye out. So being based in Minneapolis, what do you all think about the scene here and like what kind of, if anything, makes us unique?
I think it's big enough where I think we're blessed here where we have you can kind of find whatever sound you're looking for here. I think it's popping off right now. So there's all kinds of different shows, depending on whatever you're into. So yeah, I think just great variety.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say. A lot of variety for everybody. There's bands in every genre. There's shows going on all the time. Undercurrent is an awesome resource for if you're not familiar with going to live shows. That they compile everything that's going on for every day of the week, and you can find something that is interesting. And they're doing it every day, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shouts out Undercurrent. All right, and then a question we like to ask all the bands who come in. So if you guys could make a dream bill and it's Small Animal Hospital and you all can pick the venue and like a band each, it can be any band, dead or alive, broken up, still together. What is this bill going to be?
Your old garage.
It's a tough question.
In a garage?
Yeah, my old garage. I wish I still had a garage. That was fun.
I would put the band. They're not a band anymore. But Shingard is one of my favorite, like, I guess screamo-y bands that they haven't been around for a while. But it would be really cool to play with those guys. They were doing some really insane stuff when they were probably like in high school. I think they're all probably our age now. But I listen to that stuff every week. So them, and I would love to play at Michael's old garage off East Hennepin because that place was insane. As long as we had enough garbage bins to create a barrier between the roads so nobody gets hit by a car. But
Yeah, my garage with Rise Against, Norma Jean,
Oh, man.
and
Lesson Jake.
Les and Jake. Yeah.
Ooh, I would be at that show. That's awesome. Okay, sweet. Last question then is what shows do you have coming up, or are there any other announcements you want the people to know about?
We are playing a show tonight at the Pillar Forum in Northeast Minneapolis
Exciting.
with Watches, Baumgartner, and Miracle Blood.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we have our new music. Like we said, we don't have a definitive date, but sometime this summer, hopefully. Just want to give a shout out to Chance, who's mixing it from Falling with Scissors. That guy is very talented, and the mixes so far have been awesome. I just look forward to finally getting the final thing, and I'm pretty proud of what it sounds like right now. So sometime in the next couple months, maybe, probably.
All right. Super exciting stuff.
Yeah. Shout out Chance.
Shout out. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming in, y'all. It's been super fun. You've been listening to Small Animal Hospital on Radio K, Real College Radio.